All right, Virgo. So obviously here there's a need to kind of clean up the way that you've been thinking. Your thoughts create your life. And when you have emotional backing to that, it makes manifestation quicker. But when you look at Colorless Angel, this is like, I've lost the emotional attachment to the things that I've been thinking about. But clean it up is also talking about the burdens that you've been taking on for others. I almost feel like some of you are just like you're done feeling something for someone or a certain situation, but there are still thoughts surrounding it or surrounding this person that may be creating something that you're not aware of, which is why there's this need to kind of clean up the way that you're thinking. But it's almost like, I'm done caring. I'm done having these feelings about this situation. But you're still thinking about it though, right? And I think it's just a message of not only do you need to be careful about the things that you're thinking, but needing to clear up any kind of negative thoughts that you've had about a person or situation that you're just not emotionally invested in anymore. All right, Virgo, your overall here is the Page of Cups, so emotional communication, obviously. But I also feel like this is a new way of feeling about your life, your situation, the people that you're dealing with. For some of you, you may be dealing with somebody who is emotionally immature, naive. But because this is your overall here, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going back to like what they would refer to as the beginner's mind in Buddhism, right? Or Zen Buddhism. And going back to the oracle cards, it's almost like, you're getting rid of any emotional attachments that you may have had regarding a person or a situation. But I like the communication that's coming through here. And, this may be new communication in love, creativity, spiritual connection, In the past, the Four of Pentacles, yeah. So, hanging on to the way that you've been feeling. But new communication or a new opportunity may be creating new emotions for you. Now, if this has to do with work, this may be realizing that you have been like holding on to a way of doing things, and here opening up your creativity and wanting to explore something different. But regardless, the Four of Pentacles is just showing that you're holding on to something. Yeah, in the present, the Three of Pentacles, so you may be wanting to work on something different, creative, collaborating with someone. But we'll see what's going on in your environment here. Very nice. So future conditions, the Six of Wands, victory. Right? Victory and recognition for what you know how to do. And with the Three of Pentacles, it's like you're turning it into something that I feel like is more emotionally connected to you. I just see you letting go of a way of being or a way of doing things. And with the Three of Pentacles, right, it's where with the Eight of Pentacles, you know what you're doing. You're just refining it even further. With the Three of Pentacles, we're just starting to show off our talents. But there's also that collaboration with others. And this may be a new creative idea that's coming through. But with the Six of Wands, there's victory. Right? but it comes from being able to, kind of let go of what you've been holding on to or sitting on in the past. But all of this looks really good. Really, really good. Oh, shit. Your best path to follow. The fucking tower. Yeah. So, and when it comes to cleaning up the way that you've been thinking, especially when it comes to wanting to, work on something new. Yeah, if you have been building your thoughts up in a way that just are not beneficial to you, the tower is saying that shit's gonna come crashing down. Now, the tower a lot of times can show unexpected things happening, but you can also be the one to create this kind of tower moment. Like everything that has been built up to this point that you've kind of been sitting on in the past with the Four of Pentacles, it's like this shit needs to come down and it needs to clear away. But massive changes. But it leads you to victory, recognition with the Six of Wands. All because you started acting from a place that is more emotionally free, is what I feel like with the Page of Cups. We're free to feel what we want to feel and not labeling it as naive. Now, if this has to do with a younger person in your life, things are going to change drastically here, but it's leading in a very good direction. But I don't know, I feel more so that there may be an opportunity coming through this kind of communication that gets you emotionally invested. But again, it goes back to whatever it is that you've been sitting on in the past. It's like, yeah, no, you need to clear that away in order for things to continue to work in a way that's going to lead you to this kind of like victory. Yeah, see, in your environment, the Eight of Pentacles, yeah. It's a perfect progression. There is a talent that you have currently that you could be making some serious money off of. And I've been seeing this a lot recently. And I think that this is a collective thing where a lot of people are really looking at, the systems that are in place and realizing that they're not working for them. And moving into a different place where we're able to use our creativity to, make financial security and stability. I don't know, I just find it interesting, but it's a perfect progression here. You clearly know how to do something, and in your environment you're wanting to really like pump it out, right? This is really putting in the work and tapping into the creativity that's there. It's going to lead you to some recognition here. And I think with the Tower, it's one of those things where it's like you kind of just need to go with it. Because things have to fall away for something new to be created. And it's funny because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking of the star following this, right? Seeing the bigger goal. But I love that the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles are there. And there may be somebody in your life right now that can help you kind of kickstart some new business. And you've been sitting on this, like you know how to do something that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. And the communication coming out about that with the Page of Cups, I think is going to draw in a lot of unexpected changes in your life. But it all looks great. It looks great. But whatever thoughts that you've had surrounding your ability to be able to do this is, I think, what you're needing to kind of clean up. So you can get back to that kind of beginner's mind, that, emotional connection that you have with what you know how to do. Clearly, Virgo, you've got some talents. And if you share it, you're going to make a profit from it for sure. Your hopes and your fears, the Two of Swords. So, and again, I'm looking at the Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and coming back here and thinking your thoughts are putting you in a place where you just don't know how to start this. And for some of you, there may be this fear that it's not the right choice to make right now. But that's only because you're not really opening up to see the full picture. But this is just indecisiveness. Once you have clarity on your vision and the old starts to fall away and you stop kind of holding on to or sitting on what you know how to do, I think things are going to change drastically and very quickly. But you have victory, right? In the money-making potential. Whatever creative thing that you know how to do, you really need to tap into that right now, because I'm looking at something that is not only going to be beneficial for others, that is going to be recognized, but financially for you, this is just the start. Right? Don't let indecisiveness block you from wanting to try to do something new. And then coming out the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. But also, I think that this is something where, especially for Virgo, the details are important, and there has to be a plan moving forward. But I mean, look at it. Whatever creative things you know how to do, I think maybe you need to start thinking about how you can advertise that. Like whether you create a website where you're selling your products, or, Etsy, Shopify. There's so many things available. I just really feel like right now for a lot of Virgos, that's where your focus needs to be. Right? And I kind of look at like Clean It Up, and it talking about you looking at how much you've been giving to others and possibly not focusing on yourself enough, because of this emotional detachment with Colorless Angel. But some kind of information is going to come through that's going to open up your imagination. It's funny because there's times where I look at the Page of Cups and I literally see SpongeBob with the rainbow, right? You have something that I think is going to be beneficial to the collective. I think you just need to be able to see the talent that you have. But things will continue to progress, and it's not like things are just going to quickly happen and then it's over with, right? I just think that the Tower here is indicating that, yeah, things in your life could change drastically, but I don't see it as a bad thing. And as long as you stay the course with the Knight of Pentacles, it's just going to continue to grow. The Moon, yeah, right. Fears, not seeing things for what they are. The Ace of Swords. And then the Ten of Cups. I'm telling you, Virgo, I'm telling you. The Moon and the Four of Pentacles, this is kind of what you've been hanging on to in the past, I think. But as long as you are able to kind of see things for what they are, and you don't allow fear to guide you, and you kind of like stay the course and take it easy, right, things will continue to progress. But with the Ace of Swords and looking at the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, as soon as that communication is sent out, things are going to drastically change for you. There's going to be an intense amount of recognition that's going to be coming through. And look at that. Overall happiness for you and your family, right? Where you are starting from a place of emotional apathy and not really feeling anything, it's going to become something that you just absolutely love. That's going to change your world. It's going to change what's happening in your life in a way that is so emotionally fulfilling. I like it. I like it. Yeah. With the Page of Cups here, you need to tap back into that beginner's mind, even though you do have some experience with what you know how to craft or do. But that's more on an emotional level. It's like finding love for something again. But in a way that could be so beneficial. Resistance, yeah. What you resist persists. You need to let that go. Healing. And then gratitude. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like things are going to move into a place where when you start seeing the results, the gratitude is going to be effortless. And the more that you tap into that, the more it's going to produce in your life. And yeah, drastic change. This to me is one of those readings where there's this confirmation. This confirmation that the talents that you have are something that, you know, you should be investing your time and effort into, because yeah, it may be quick and it may be drastic, but it's definitely worth it. Great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. And then transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm excited about this because I can see, and here's the thing, it doesn't matter where Virgo falls in your chart. We all have Virgo placements, right? So kind of look at where that is in your birth chart and which house it's ruling. But it's this exciting feeling because wherever Virgo is sitting in your chart right now, the amount of detail and effort that you put into things is going to create such a huge transformation in your life that not only is there the potential for security, but it's more so not just changing your outer world, but the way that you feel about the things that you love to do.